Hollywood, California, let's stand by for music. The United States Navy and the Naval Reserve invite you to stand by for music with Jerry Gray and his band of today. Yours truly, Jimmy Wallington, and the top singing stars of America. Our guest is that popular young man whose voice is familiar to young Americans everywhere, Mel Torme. Mel opens our show with You Ought to Be in Pictures.
You ought to be in pictures. You're wonderful to see. You ought to be in pictures. Oh, what a hit you would be. Your voice would thrill a nation, and your face would be adored. You'd be a great sensation, with wealth and fame your reward. And if you should kiss the way you kiss when we are all alone, you'd make every girl and man a fan worshiping at your throne. Tutti frutti, you ought to shine as brightly as Jupiter or Mars. You ought to be in pictures, my star of stars. And if you should sing like Bing, nonchalance, you'd be more than Barrymore. What do you want? You ought to shine as brightly as Jupiter or Mars. You ought to be in pictures. You'd be tremendous at RKO. Miss Monroe would have to go when you are my star of stars.
Thank you, Mel Torme, for launching our musical show with a fine selection. And now we remind ambitious young men of their opportunity to launch a worthwhile career in the Navy. Many skilled jobs are available in the Navy. You may want to specialize in one of many fields, such as radar, electronics, or communications. Or you may become a sonar operator, an aircraft mechanic, or a machinist. While receiving technical training in a specialty, and later on the job, you will use the latest scientific equipment. So don't delay the starting of your career. Visit your nearest Navy recruiting station and find out about an important job for you in the Navy. Now let's meet our singing star, Mel Torme.
Hi, Jimmy.
Mel, how did you ever get started in show business?
Well, I got an early start, Jimmy. I was born in Chicago, and I performed in vaudeville there, both amateur and professional, when I was just a kid.
You sang in vaudeville?
Sang, danced, and did a comedy routine. And then I was lucky enough when I was 14 to compose my first hit song.
Well, a number of your recordings have been listed among the top 10, haven't they?
Well, thanks to my loyal fans who bought the records, yes.
Mel, where did you ever pick up that trademark, the Velvet Fog?
I was afraid you were going to ask that, Jimmy. I've been trying to live that down for years.
Oh, you don't like to be called that?
Well, you know, you get tired of those offbeat names. It was dreamed up originally by a New York disc jockey who meant well, I'm sure, but, well, a moniker like that's a natural for all sorts of gag variations. You know, the burlap smog, the well-fed frog, and so forth. You know what I mean?
Yes, I see what you mean. Well, Mel, how about singing one of your hits for us?
Okay, Jimmy, here's my brand new choral recording of All of You. I love the look of you, the lure of you, the sweet of you, the pure of you, the eyes, the arms, the mouth of you, the east, west, north, and the south of you. I'd love to gain complete control of you, and handle even the heart and soul of you. So love at least a small percent of me do. 'Cause I love all of you. I'd love to gain complete control of you and handle even the heart and soul of you. So love at least a small percent of me do. 'Cause I love all of you.
Mel Torme, you really tuned up those vocal cords on that one, and we'll want you back for an encore after we hear from Jerry Gray and his band of today. How about it, Jerry?
Jim, this one is a new original that we recorded on Decca. It's called the Coronado Cruise.
And now here's an invitation to men between the ages of 17 and 31 to join a great life in the Navy. You'll be thoroughly trained by experts in one of many Navy skills, and you'll draw full pay while you learn. Every man in the Navy has a job to do, but it's not all work and no play. Fine facilities for recreation are provided for Navy men, and if you like excitement, adventure, and a chance to travel, the Navy certainly is the place for you. It'll be fun to visit distant places while you're shaping a rewarding career for yourself. So ask your nearest Navy recruiter for complete details. And now another song in the distinctive style of Mel Torme. It's I Cover the Waterfront.
Away from the city that hurts and mocks, I'm standing alone by the desolate docks in the still and the chill of the night. I see the horizon, the great unknown. My heart has an ache, it's as heavy as stone. Will the dawn coming on make it light? I cover the waterfront, I'm watching the sea for the one I love will soon return to me. I cover the waterfront in search of my love, and I'm covered by the starry sky above. Here am I patiently waiting, hoping and longing, oh how I've yearned. Where are you? Are you forgetting? Do you remember? Will you return? I cover the waterfront, I'm watching the sea for the one I love will soon come back away from the city that hurts and mocks. I cover the waterfront.
You have been listening to Jerry Gray and his Band of Today, featuring one of America's top singing stars, Mel Torme. This has been a Hughes Voller production brought to you by the United States Navy Recruiting Service. This is Jimmy Wallington inviting you again to stand by for music, when you will hear such well-known stars as Gordon MacRae, Ginny Simms, June Christie, Jerry Southern, Peggy King, and Gloria DeHaven. And remember, young man, there's travel, training in a trade, and real security in store for you when you join the Navy. Your nearest Navy recruiter will give you full information.